Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to Gem Mint Collectibles. It's your boy Gem Mint. I'm back with another video. We're doing a recent reads on the Silver Surfer Omnibus. Just got done reading it a couple days ago. I'm going to try to do this video a little bit different. I'm going to talk about the actual book. Then I'm going to flip the camera around, use my little book stand, and we'll actually flip through the pages and I can talk about the stories and everything like that. So, I guess let's get into it. This is one of the earlier Marvel Omnibus. I kind of like how they edited this, and it says $75 instead of, what was it, 25 cents at the time. Cover price was $75, but this is an out-of-print whale of a book. You're probably going to cost you like $300 if you had to buy it on eBay or Amazon. So it's a pretty, hard to find book. If you can find one in the wild, snag that up. Here are the covers. This collects issues 1 through 18, the entire volume 1 of Silver Surfer. It also includes his first solo story in Fantastic Four Annual 5, and it also collects his origin in Not Brand Ek, number 13, which is like a Mad Magazine kind of jokey kind of a thing. So here's the cover of the omnibus. Here is the spine. And here's the back. So I can tell you that it does have good thick paper. Not as thick as the original Amazing Spider-Man number 1. But it also has very tight binding. So if you can see, and you're going to see later when I try to show you guys this stuff when I flip the camera around. So you can see that it doesn't really lay down flat. If I put it like this, it's just going to slam shut every time. So it's not the best binding. Before we start going through the individual issues, you got to remember that this is a story from like the late 60s, right? So it's not going to be as, it's going to be a little bit dated. Silver Surfer was an extremely dramatic character. He always sulked around that he's exiled to Earth. The humans don't like him. How can humans be so cruel? They're so violent, but there's also good in them. So he's very dramatic, melodramatic, I think you could even say. But that was rare for comics at the time. I mean, Spider-Man, I think, was one of the big characters to start that he had problems and regular problems that, teenagers had. Silver Surfer had problems on a larger scale. But it was a really big dig at humanity, way back then. So it's pretty interesting to see that a lot of it still reigns true today with, violence and war and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and flip this camera around. See if I could do it like this. Can I flip it? Let's just do this then. I thought I would be able to flip it around. Anyway, let's do this. Go ahead and move this out the way. Give us some light on the book. Alright, so let's talk about Silver Surfer, right? First of all, Silver Surfer is written by Stan Lee, art by John Buscema, and the art is awesome. The whole entire book, I love the 4-color vibe that he uses. So here goes a nice little splash page. Is that looking good in camera? Another nice little solo shot of the Surfer. Check this out. Artwork is dope. That first solo story is drawn by Jack Kirby, too. This is very Jack Kirby-esque. I don't know if that's him or not. It looks like Jack Kirby's art. So we're not going to flip through every single page, but here's the first issue, The Origin Retold. It shows the actual comic cover. Look at the splash page. So that's basically what the first issue covers. The retelling of the origin. Norrin Rad. He's in the planet Zenla, which is far advanced from Earth, and they don't have wars, and they don't have to walk because they have conveyor belts everywhere, and they don't have to travel space because they have everything they want and whatever. So they become dependent. Not dependent. They become to where when Galactus comes, they have no self-defense. Also, I do want to mention that the first 7 or 8 issues are all oversized issues. That's why they're 25 cents. And then they become regular size issues, and then they go to 15 cents. So they're all like, those first issues, there goes Galactus, are like 40-something pages each. Issue 2 is very much similar to those pre-hero books of alien invasions, and the aliens can cloak themselves, and all this kind of stuff. It had great art. Look at Silver Surfer. He's all... There's no place for me. So this takes place after the Fantastic Four series, 48, 49, 50 with Galactus. It even takes place a little bit after, I think, issue like 57 or so. And, you know, Galactus banishes Silver Surfer to Earth. There's this invisible barrier around the Earth. So he could be in like a little bit of space on the outside of Earth. But he can't fly, he can't go willingly throughout space. So he's all upset that he can't go back to Zenla to his beloved Shalabal, which is kind of funny that it's still about a girl, you know, in these books. Issue number 3 is our first appearance of Mephisto. Actually, I could probably turn this a little bit more. First appearance of Mephisto. Mephisto's a good character, man. He's the devil of the Marvel Universe. Let's see his first panel. It's pretty cool. So Mephisto in these 18 issues, I think he shows up in like 3 of the issues as his main nemesis. Check him out there on the throne. It's a dope piece. Well, it would be a dope statue. It's a dope piece of art. But Mephisto's cool. He's crazy powerful. He uses Shalabal to, you know, as bait for the Surfer. There's some good artwork right there. And, you know, that makes for good stuff. He conjures demons and stuff. So he's basically the devil. But Silver Surfer, he's super noble. He'll never give in, and he'll never sell his soul. So Mephisto hates him. You do get the letters pages in this, which is pretty cool. I didn't read them all. I don't want to see kids from fucking... How long ago is this already? 50, 60 years ago complaining about shit. Then you get the Silver Surfer number 4 with the iconic cover of Thor vs. Silver Surfer. This is actually the first time I read this story, and I was a little bit let down. He doesn't really fight Thor that much in this at all. It's mostly Loki manipulating Silver Surfer into thinking that Thor is trying to take over Asgard. But it was interesting. Let's see here. Then you have issue 5 with the Stranger. I didn't think I was going to like it based on the cover, but I did like it. Stranger's crazy powerful. Oh, you get introduced to this character here. What's his name again? Al B. something or some shit like that. What the hell's his name? Al B. Harper. Yeah. Cool character. So he fights the Stranger. Nothing crazy happens here. We still have good art. You can see all the panels. They do a lot of this where it'll be like just all red for the background. And I think that works pretty good. What else do we have here? See, it's hard. This book is very stiff. So, then we get issue number 6, which deals with, I think his name is the Overlord. So, if this is what I think it was. First of all, look at this panel. So, this sums up this whole run. That face, man. That melancholy face. He's so sad, and he's so distraught that he's exiled to this part of Earth, and he'll never see Shalabal again. I believe this one, he very Superman the movie is esque, spins around the Earth super fast to travel forward in time, and then everything is destroyed. The barrier of Galactus is gone, but this guy, I think his name is the Overlord. He's basically like Apocalypse. He's like a mutant that is able to destroy everyone, and you know, he ends up just spinning backwards. He goes super fast the other way to go back in time. Like, what's the other way? Either way you're going forward. Anyway, whatever. Look at this art, though. The art of him flying in space is what I enjoyed the most out of reading this run. Those kind of little panels. And I really like that it was Silver Age, but it wasn't like 9 small panels across the page. They had big panels in these issues. Look at this artwork right here. It's pretty dope, right? Oh, then you get a little intermission here by Stan Lee from 1991. I think this was like a Masterworks volume. We got issue 7. This was kind of whack. This was like a... So they didn't know what to do with Surfer, in my opinion. Like, then this was a Frankenstein monster story. Then later on you get like... You had an alien story, a Frankenstein story. Then you had like a witch story. So it was... They really didn't know what to do with him. But again, these panels are what make this great. Look how it's only 5 panels here, only 3 panels here. So they mix it up nice. One big splash page type of panel. Let's see what else we got. Some of it was a little bit of a shorter read. I mean, the art was always good, but I found myself like, all right, I wasn't as invested into the story. This art is cool here. And it played on a lot of the similar similar shit in each issue. Introducing the ghost. So this was like a ghost story. So yeah, they didn't really know what to do. But the Mephisto stuff was cool. Check this out. Let's get some more Mephisto. Cool stuff. Yeah, so that was the first regular size issue that only lasted 20 pages. Even though the first issue, it was a 2-parter, so it might as well have just been the same shit. I think they just wanted to make it so it was a monthly magazine. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. Like I said in the beginning, though, a lot of good topics come up in this book about humanity that still reigns true today, about money and how it's worthless and shit like that, and pretty cool stuff. It goes number 11. Yeah, number 11. What was this? This was like a Spanish Armada rebels versus communist kind of thing. Like this one, they bring in Hulk's villain, the Abomination, that these witches conjure him in from wherever he's being banished by the Stranger. So they bring in the Abomination. The Doomsday Man. So this is kind of whack, you know. I mean, they didn't really have a good theme like for his villains and stuff. Then you get the Spider-Man tie-in issue. The way that Spider-Man was written was kind of weird. I didn't love it. Go Spidey. Spidey's answer to everything is just throw web in his eye. So I love this Human Torch cover. I always felt like Human Torch and Silver Surfer and Iceman, they all looked exactly the same, but just different colors, you know? I like this art, too. I remember this splash page. It's like that perspective art with the buildings and the way that his board is. That looks really good. This one's so stupid. Like, Silver Surfer over here is the Fantastic Four trying to involve him in something, and he automatically thinks it's something negative, but really they just want him to head up the country's space program. But he, like, attacks everybody, like, all crazy, like. He goes a Mephisto cover. So you had a new inker here. You can kind of tell. So I think it's the last 2 issues is Mephisto trying to get Silver Surfer to destroy S.H.I.E.L.D. He's got Shia LaBeouf, trapped or whatever. Ooh. Trapped or whatever, so no big deal. So anyway, then what you get here is just the Silver Surfer story. Oh, that's the last panel from the run. Then you get just the first solo Silver Surfer story from Fantastic Four Annual 5. It's only a couple of pages. Kirby, the King. A Quasimodo story. See, so you see what I'm saying. You see how you scum. And then here's just the Silver Surfer story from that not Brand Ek, number 13. Just like it was like a Mad Magazine thing. Anyway, that's your Silver Surfer Omnibus. Let me put everything back where it was real quick. Same all professional stuff. I use the lights. So, like I said, it's a whale of a book. Not the best story. It definitely is classic stuff, classic Marvel. They were really shaping the Marvel universe at this time. I gotta fix these lights or it's gonna drive me crazy. I'll be right back. I gotta end up getting like a desktop computer where I can start editing these videos, man. I think I'm starting to outgrow the stuff I'm able to do. Yeah, but if you're a new comic book reader, I don't know. I wouldn't go hunt down the omnibus. You could probably read these stories digitally or to trade paperbacks. I think the Masterworks have trade paperbacks. But, that's my recent reads on it. I'm glad that I read it. Got it under my belt. Currently, I'm reading the Darth Vader Star Wars omnibus. I read like 3 issues last night. I'll probably knock out a couple issues while this video is uploading. But that's our recent reads. Let me know what you thought of the video. I did something a little bit new, a little different. Your thoughts, comments on the run itself. What else? I should be on Immortalized in Stone tonight, which is our statue live chat. Statue Collector Lou, or is it Hero Collector Lou on YouTube. So if you're into the statues and you want to watch a bunch of guys talk about statues for 3 hours, then come join us live on that. Tomorrow, I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. I'll try to do something. I'm trying to do something every day and just keep it fresh. Maybe I'll do another Every Omnibus video. I might do a Gem and Friends episode with my man Frank, always collecting. So if you see me go live tomorrow night, come join in. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like if you liked the video. Hit the down like if you didn't like it. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Gem Mint Collectibles, so you get updates on when the Gem Mint Collectibles live show will be. We're still planning to do that this Sunday night, me and Manimal, to do the history of Spider-Man Part 1. That's my shit, and it should be a good show. So, thank you for joining me. Stay minty. Peace.